Par Save Productions bringing you some Minnesota Majestic coverage. I'm Cale Leiviska.
And Hugh Faundeen.
And we are very pleased to be bringing you this beautiful footage today. We got a great card: Danny Polk, Alex Russell, James Proctor, and Noah Meintsma. We got a couple local Minnesota boys battling with some out-of-town touring pros at the beautiful Blue Ribbon Pines for the final round of the Majestic. Here we are at hole 1. You can see plays 340 feet. There's not a lot of twos to start your round, so this is a good opportunity to get one off the bat. There's a lot of thick woods up there, so just want to make sure you give yourself a great putt.
There's Danny with his M3, parking the old hole there, but got to get it up a little bit higher, maybe a little bit of wind.
And here's Alex Russell from Washington State. Been touring a lot this year, playing a lot of the big events, and he's been playing great. I believe he's a 1,010 rated player.
That was a good shot there.
Looked like he almost aced hole 1.
Yeah, so this hole is just a little bbit further than the last hole. They say it's about 70, 80 feet deeper. It doesn't look like that on the tee, and you got a couple different options, but there's trees to contend with, or you got to hyzer flip it, so a few different options for a righty, of course. And Noah up on the tee here.
Yeah, Noah's been playing fantastic golf this year, getting some top finishes at some of the National Tour and Pro Tour events across the country. So we're very proud of our young Minnesota talent, and you can see why he's been playing so well with the absolute park job.
It's got to be that shirt. You got Danny here from maybe Circle 2, maybe a little further. So, Cale, this is the first year that we've had these new baskets, and you were telling me about that.
Yeah, Blue Ribbon Pines has been around for over 10 years now, and they just upgraded to these new and improved Prodigy T1 baskets.
Oh, nice putt by Alex.
Nice. That's a good way to start your round right there. Looked like he was just outside the circle. Jam session. The beautiful slow motion coverage brought to you by Par Save. You can see Kraig Stenzel in the background there getting the footage. Yeah, we had a huge rainstorm in the morning. The clouds kind of cleared up, or the rain kind of cleared up for this round, luckily. So the people that played, an hour before this had to play some holes in the rain, but luckily all the last cards got out of there pretty dry.
Danny to clean up. Oh,
Danny missing right side. Ooh, that's not how you want to start the final round, Danny.
Yeah, and those in that rainstorm, I played in a few holes of that. These guys looks like it's no rain, no weather, some sunshine even. It was so wet. You got a 36, 40-inch umbrella, and you're wet up to your waist. That's how hard it was coming down. And some people, they were so soaked. Got the slow-mo of Noah just parking it. Noah just picked up a new sponsor this year too, so he's playing really well with some new plastic in his bag. So a couple of birdies, par, and then Danny with that missed putt for his par, so he got that bogey. But everyone's pretty tight within a couple of strokes, so it's going to be a battle here. We got hole 2, par 4, 450 feet. Very technical because it's the combined hole 2 and 3. The idea here is you want to get up in that landing area right about there, and then have a easy hyzer approach in there. Righty forehand or a big turnover. Alex here is going to throw that forehand. And those trees are different too. You had a tree in the middle there, and then he added those 2 poles there it is to make it a fairway that's a little bit more fair, like right up the middle.
Yeah, there's nothing easy about this hole. Very difficult par 4. The first shot is all about placement. You can see that wood chipped area, that square up there. I actually prefer to throw a putter on this and land short of that, just to make sure I can get the angle to the next shot, although some players will try to throw bigger shots and get up there further.
And James here is going to throw. If you see that first tree on the left there, that's the one that I hit, and I saved par from there, Cale.
Wow.
That's a great shot by James. He's up right in the fairway. That's exactly where you want to be, and then you can navigate your second shot from there. Danny looks like he's got a mid-ranger.
Danny's got his M4. See if he can recover from that tough first hole.
looks good. Oh, that looks great.
Yeah,
Just got to get around that corner.
Yeah, so if you hit early like Alex did back here, you're really scrapping. And ideally, yeah, both these players are in tough spots. So if you hit this early, you're pretty much just trying to pitch up to a spot where you can get up and down for your par 4.
Yeah, where Noah is, the basket is directly to his left, almost 200-300 feet. So he's got to go around the corner. They all kind of do there, if you can see. That looked like a pretty good shot.
James will have a putt from outside the circle. And Alex is in a tough spot after 2 throws. Let's see if he can scramble up for a par. Ooh. Yeah, these trees at Blue Ribbon Pines are legendary. Beautiful big pines that are can be tough to navigate if you're off a little bit.
And this is the heart of the summer too, where everything is grown in. There is bushes and green and foliage, lots of sun, lots of rain, so everything is grown crazy.
Wow,
That's
Danny looks like he just made a pretty beautiful save. Hopefully he can get his birdie, recover for after hole 1. Yeah, Ray Jordan just does such a beautiful job of upkeep on this course. You can see the straw and the wood chips lining the fairways. In the middle of the summer, this course is always looking just absolutely perfect.
Danny with the 3, and this hole was 4.19, so definitely over par on that. So any 3s are going to be great. Clean up there from Alex for that bogey, which is not terrible.
Yeah, this is a hole that you definitely would like to 3 to start your round, but just getting in any bit of trouble off the tee and you're looking at par at best.
Yeah, 4 is just fine.
Yeah, look at this. We got the sun peeking through. The rain's cleared up nice.
Yeah, the hardest holes to start, and a lot of rain to start off for a lot of the pro cards. So these guys got a little bit of a break. That's what you get from when you play on the league card, right, Cale? A little bit more break.
Nice. We had a little bit of separation there. You can see these beautiful hole graphics brought to you by ParSave. You can see where each shot landed. These are very nice to look at, especially when you have a good hole. But here we are at the legendary, well, what is today hole 3 at Blue Ribbon Pines. You have a 444-foot absolute tunnel shot playing through these towering pine trees. This is one of the iconic holes in disc golf right here. Definitely very intimidating off the tee. I personally choose to throw a mid-range off the tee and try to land somewhere in the middle, give myself a couple hundred feet for the upshot. A 3 here is absolutely a birdie because if you hit early, it's big trouble, right, Hugh?
Yeah, and Danny looks like he got up there pretty good through that gap there. And again, like Noah's going to throw his Nova, so he's going putter. And there's people that can throw high-speed drivers down to putter, so everything in between. And it doesn't matter what you throw as long as you get in the middle. Even a couple of kicks and you're in the middle, you're happy. But,
yeah, you really, it's very hard to keep it in the middle of this fairway. What you're just trying to do is navigate as far down the fairway as possible, and hopefully if you do get a tree, it's you get a friendly kick. But if you can pipe this one, you're gonna be feeling great about your round.
Flip up.
Look at James.
That's gorgeous. He's up there really, really far. So anything that gets you up that far, you should have a shot up at it.
It's like Alex is choosing to go forehand here, and wow, see, that's the luck of the draw. He got a decent kick and stayed in the middle of the fairway. Still got a long ways to the basket, though.
That looks pretty good. If you kick to the left there's an OB line right there you can see. So if it's too high, you can hyzer off, kick OB, and then you're trying to fight your way up the other fairway or this fairway, and you just kind of, it's fight. Like every throw that you pitch out, you just want to get in the middle again, and then so there's some big numbers. I think what did it average here? 4, 7, 8, so almost to 5 strokes.
Yeah, and what these numbers that you see on the tree are is a local guy here was doing a case study to see where the average drive, what number tree it made it to. So be interesting to see those stats when they're released. And
Nice
Danny
shot,
has
Danny.
a great recovery, so he can save his par 4.
And it looks like Noah went Nova tree, Nova, and he's on the green for putting for par. So most pros would be pretty happy with a putt for par on the green. And James must have had a bad kick, so his drive was way up there.
Oh, wow.
And then he
did
just has
make
to
it up
pitch
there.
out, yeah.
So he's got this for the birdie 3.
And James is an aggressive putter, so we'll see that all day here. He's going to be going for most of these. Oh. No, I'm not sure what he's putting these days, but he's definitely got a pretty good stroke. That one might be just a little bit low.
Yeah, Noah's got the classic pitch putt. He's really improved his putting a lot the last couple of years. He's pretty much automatic inside the circle. But, you know, with the pressure of the Majestic, sometimes
Alex
some
with
early
that
misses.
birdie. So he fights back after a bogey, so he gets that stroke right back.
Wow, that was a great birdie save from way back there.
James cleans it up. Noah's going to clean up a bogey.
Yeah, we're underway here. You definitely already played a couple hard holes, but there's many hard par 4s to play on this 24-hole course we're going to be playing today.
These baskets look really nice there. They catch a lot right in the middle. You can't really get through there. Here's that nice approach shot. This is a great view.
Yeah, look at that. He got up and down from about 350 feet down a tunnel. That's pretty impressive.
He hit one of the first trees and still got a birdie. So that's hole 3 or hole 4 at Blue Ribbon Pines for you.
Still got a tight race going. I imagine it's going to stay that way. There's many hard holes to play.
Here's hole 4. It's another par 4, 535, ranked the hardest hole for the tournament here. You want to throw a big turnover to get in that landing area of the other combined hole tee pad, and then get over an OB area and with a low ceiling. You'll see a lot of righty forehands try to just cut off as much as they can. Maybe get up there like that shot here. That's pretty good. And then there's another right side gap he can use right there. So that's an amazing drive. That's right where you want to be. Maybe a little bit straighter for a backhand thrower so you can throw that second up shot. But again, tee shot is crucial. Height control. You just have to have the whole shebang for this hole. You have to know your discs. And there's a tee box right there where he landed. That's a great shot.
Yeah, the second shot is so hard on this hole because of the large OB island that you have to play over. So this drive is just crucial. A lot of people try to play it as far right as possible so they can avoid that OB, which is on the left side of the fairway. And all 4 of these drives are very solid. But even with these great drives, this approach to the basket are not going to be easy. Noah trying to throw a forehand out over the out of bounds, hits a tree.
Danny with that forehand, he doesn't throw that too often, but he whips it out when he has to. He got over there, so he's got a putt. If you can look where James is, he's got trees and trees in between them, and that's an amazing shot. There's very few lines that get you that close to the basket and threw that great.
Yeah, as Hugh said, this is playing the hardest hole in the course today, so if you can steal a birdie on this one, you're styling. This
There's
is
that
Alex's
view
second
again.
shot. Wow, he got way up there as well. These out-of-towners are showing us how to play this hole.
And look at that. It's like, how do you get through all of that? It's amazing. It's just a skill shot, that's for sure. Forehand and then a backhand that's you're going to make. Danny from about 50 feet.
Oh, long birdie chance. Gave it a great run.
Noah for par.
Just hit left side.
A little
left
hyzer
high.
on there.
So Alex and James are both going to have some birdie putts here. Pick up some strokes on their competitors.
Dead center. Nice putt.
So I was actually playing on the second card. And I'm doing my best to try to run these guys down. I never looked at my scores the entire round, so I never knew where we were sitting. But I did put together a pretty solid round. But it's fun to see what the lead card was doing behind me now. This is my first time seeing this footage.
I was actually watching from maybe like 4 or 5 holes left, and there was some people live score tracking, telling me all I heard was Cale might do it. Cale's killing it. And then they're saying
I was putting together a good round.
Alex and Danny are right there.
Yeah, but you gotta, on a 24-hole course like this, you gotta just keep getting some birdies if you want a chance. As you can see, we had a couple there. Alex and James both have good starts to the round, under par.
3 is amazing there. That's a good 3. So Alex back-to-back 3s on arguably 2 of the hardest holes. One of them statistically the hardest hole.
And this is hole 5. This is one of my 2 favorite holes on the course. I really like this because you have to play a placement shot off the tee. You have a pond here that pretty much everyone has to lay up to. I heard Double G Garrett Girthy played over it, but most of us mortals, we lay up to the pond and then we have to throw a strong 350-foot shot to the basket. So I just really love this par 4, how it plays, how everyone has to play the same hole. And
great
looks like
tree.
Alex got a great kick there, because if you hyzer off, you can be in the woods with nothing. But yeah, the play is you really want to get as close to that pond as possible. Even if you blast on the mid-range, you're most likely still not going to get to that pond. So you can pretty much throw a putter.
And James smartly lays up. He's got plenty of power to get over the pond, but that's a risky shot. And so does Danny. But Danny throws a putter, and that's first tree, unfortunate. But yeah, they both have plenty of power to get over. But the shot that you have to throw, that hyzer flip, is just so much risk involved. So no one really plays that. The select few, right?
The select one.
That's a Nova right on the tee pad.
Oh, wow, look at that. That was a beautiful Nova shot. And here's Danny way back. It looks like his timing is a little bit off on his throws early in the round. It's been a long weekend already. Who knows if it's that or if it's nerves, but he's been playing great this year. I have confidence that he'll get it going soon.
Nice shot out there.
So Alex is a good ways back from the pond. Let's see if he can get his driver up near the basket.
Oh, that's amazing. That's
yeah.
Perfect. So the idea is to throw 2 of the exact same hyzer flip mid-ranges all the way up there. So if you throw one good shot, you can pretty much throw the second shot identical to your first shot to get up there for a birdie putt.
Yeah, that's true.
If you do anything else, then you're scrambling with fairway drivers or putters. But James, that was his drive, so he's trying to get a hyzer up there.
Yeah, this is another tough hole. You can see we've already played, what is that, four really tough par 4s in a row. This is the 4th one, so it's a tough stretch of the course to get through. If you can steal some 3s, you got some 2 opportunities ahead of you. And Danny he's got to get this close just to save a double bogey.
James versus Bird. Oh, again, he runs everything. He's a lot of people maybe lay that up, but he's going for that. Noah, a little tree in his way maybe there, right on his arm, kind of short-armed it.
Oh, Danny. Yeah, he's having a tough start here. I think he's going to tap that in for a 7.
If you make all your comebacks, nice putt, then you can run them all, right?
Exactly. And here we got Alex, who's about to tap in from about 10 feet for a birdie.
Yeah, so if you go 3-3-3 here, you're styling. You're gonna be real happy with your round so far. And then you come into some of the medium parts of the course, and then some of the easier shots as well, where you kind of birdie. But those ones they're crucial to get a good start. Obviously, you can tell that some of those numbers can get up there if you get in trouble. You know what that was? No, but it was a good celebration. Nice Sally. There's that upshot that was just parked.
All right, yeah, we had a couple big numbers there on the card.
Yeah, 4 is just solid, and 3 is amazing. So, Alex is really holding it together. Here's hole 6. It's a par 3. Really tight tunnel again, kind of uphill a little bit. 372 plays a little longer. I'd say maybe 385, 390. You just want to throw something straight. Maybe have it hyzer at the end, but straight is key.
And if you can see, this is one of the most beautiful fairways out here. Just look at that lush green grass in the middle of the fairway. That's such a rare thing for being in the woods. And Ray Jordan, the owner of BRP, is he deals with seed and sod. That's his profession. So he's got this fairway looking beautiful, and then you have the tiered green up there with different colored wood chips. It's very aesthetically beautiful hole. But it's very tight off the tee. You gotta really throw this driver hard to get it to the basket, but just to stay accurate is not easy off this tee.
And that's a great shot by Noah. However it finishes,
Wow.
he's on the second tier.
Yeah, that's a very confident throw.
There is big numbers that can be taken. I've taken everything on the board. But you can take, if you hit one of those first trees and get a bad kick, you can get, bogey is definitely in the question. And then it's a deuce. So I would say it's a very fair hole and a good score spread.
Yeah, it is. It's a great hole, but you got to be very confident off the tee if you're going to go for this. Looks like Danny and James both kind of sawed off their upshots a little bit.
Alex for his bird from the left side.
Yeah, this is kind of a common place to land because if you don't quite throw it far enough to get to the green, your disc will kind of hyzer off and leave you this 50-footer from the woods.
Oh, nice run.
Bid. And as Hugh said, James is a very aggressive putter, so we expect him to get all of these. Give him a chance.
Couple of short. Those are both good putts, though, right on line.
Danny needs this to save his par, get his confidence up. Yeah, you can tell he's moving a little quick. Might be rushing a little bit.
Nice deuce by Noah.
Yeah, that's a huge one.
Boy, that shirt's bright.
And now we're going to be, we played a very tough stretch of the course, and now we're going to be moving to the shortest hole on the course, actually.
Hardest hole in A-tier tour history, right? Oh, we got to watch that Noah Park job again.
Look at that form. Kept his weight back. Great balance. Good follow through. You can see why Noah's been shredding. Just absolutely shredding this year. And Alex has got these guys at arm's length, a few strokes up. And here we are on hole 7. Like I said, this is the shortest hole on the course, but it is not simple. You have to essentially beat that one tree in the middle. Some people even throw long jump putts on this. I like to throw just a nice short little putter shot low to the ground and kind of just slide one up there is my kind of...
Nova, a little hold on to it.
Yeah, playing a 165-foot hole, there's a lot of pressure to get the 2, but it's not easy. You got to just throw something nice and smooth. Yeah, I like to throw one low and just kind of slide it up there because about 35, 40 feet beyond the basket is out of bounds. So, if you run this one for ace, you have a high chance of going out OB deep.
Even though I've seen you ace it a few times, Cale, in both positions. Nice there, nice park job. That's what all you want to do is get by that Guardian.
There we go.
Little
James
touch.
throwing a shot. That'll give him a putt all day.
Looks like James there. We got Danny's probably going to throw that M or a PA4. I'm sorry.
There we go. That looked like a better shot for Danny. Hopefully that can get some momentum going for him.
The worst shot I've ever seen on this hole was a guy that's his name rhymes with Fritter. He threw a grenade, hit the tree, and went behind the tee box behind him 20 feet. He got a 4, though. Okay, so and Noah just missed that putt for his bird. Everyone else is going to have their birdie putts. James cleans that up pretty good.
Yep, you definitely want to get this 2. It's very crucial. There's not a lot of easy 2s on the course, and Noah just sneaks in his par putt. Let's see if Danny can get his round going with the first birdie for him this round.
Jam it in there. That's in there. Again, these baskets, they catch well. I threw a bunch of really hard putts that I didn't think would catch in normal baskets, but these ones caught them. So,
Yeah, these
great
new
job
and
to Ray.
improved. Yeah, these new and improved Prodigy T1s. They lighten up the outer chains a little bit, so they're more forgiving on the outside putts than the previous Prodigy model, and I've been getting very good reviews.
Pretty common there. 3 birdies and a par, or 2 and 2, or 4 birdies. The only way you really bogey that is if you go be long or kind of do the 3 putt. Here we go. Hole 8, par 3, 195 feet. It is a right turn mandatory around this first tree here. You'll see every play in the book: forehand, turnover, backhand. You'll see the backhand here. You'll see a jump putt to the fairway, so you have a jump putt and an upshot, because there's just so many guardians to get up there. You can see it looks like he cut a little bit early, so he'll have some trees in the way. Again, you see 4 is really easy because you try to get up there. You think 200 feet. Here's that jump putt to the fairway, so you just throw an upshot, and that's a good placement.
For a lot of the viewers who have never played this course, you can see James almost laughing that he just had to do that. But it's a little bit of a quirky hole, somewhat controversial. I'd say it's not the best hole out here, but we all have to play it. And I actually, this is a very rare to get a 2 in this position in the back. Danny's got a good shot there. Looks like he'll be about 50 feet. But I actually, on the card in front of this card that you're watching now, threw just a beautiful M4 turn and actually parked it for the first time of my life. So.
Oh, you got it? Oh, look at Noah's got a good throw.
Yep. So it's just really hard. You got to throw something glidey that keeps wanting to turn right. It's easy to burn one over too far.
The controversy is obviously, throw a great shot and not get rewarded. You throw, exactly where you want it to be, and you still have to get through a lot to get lucky there.
Yeah, I think, it's a short hole, but if you gave me a 3 on the tee every time before before I had to play this hole, I'd probably take it, because a lot can happen. If you hit early, you're most likely going to take a bogey on this short 200-foot hole. Yeah, so even
horseshoe.
What is the distance on this hole?
195.
Yeah, so 200 feet, and the average was 3.5. So a half stroke over par can just show you what can happen on this hole.
Good putt. That's for 3.
Yeah,
so.
James get rewarded for that jump putt off the tee. I'm sure he doesn't want to do that, but glad it paid off for him.
And then there's some guardians right in front of it. So if you you get up there, you're putting, you have to step out left or right to get around them. I've seen a lot of them kick off of those trees in though.
Yeah, it's a fun putt to run if you're 50 feet, because you're either going to hit the basket or one of these trees. So sometimes you'll hit both.
Nice 3 there, probably Alex. Noah and a Nova. We've seen that a lot today. We'll keep seeing it more.
Yeah, so all 3s on that hole. There's actually a lot of separation on that hole, but this card all played it relatively the same.
I can't imagine there was more than you or somebody else. Maybe one other person that juiced it.
There might have been less than a handful of 2s, but here we are, hole 9. Another very tough signature par 4 here at BRP. You got to pipe one off the tee. Ideally, you want to throw it dead straight or have a little bit of finish right, and you give yourself this upshot over the swamp. And it's a tough upshot because, you got to throw it hard to get it over the swamp, but if you go too deep, then you have a putt looking back at the swamp. So another very, very difficult par 4, and this is absolutely piped by Alex. He throws a great forehand.
Still a good spot.
Yeah, he gets himself up there over 300 feet, so he'll have a, you can see the upshot he's going to be faced with. Yeah, it's a very intimidating tee shot. The trees on the left and the right come into play, and
wow.
Yeah, he's turning a driver, going for the gusto.
That hyzer flip is super difficult because of that tree line there on the left. It's just so hard to trust.
What you can see, there's out of bounds on the right side of the fairway. So if you hit a tree and kick right, you will be going out of bounds. Danny just almost had that M4 flip up, but he hit those trees in the middle and dropped down in the fairway.
Throwing backhand. I'm surprised he didn't throw a forehand here.
Yeah, Noah's got a pretty good hyzer flip game, and this one doesn't look like it's going to quite flip enough. Yeah, if he hit one of those trees and...
If you get far enough up there, it's okay. You can just lay up to the landing zone where that cone is there, where Danny is. Danny might be going for it.
Looks like Danny's going for it. He's having a tough round.
Oh, he's right by the cone, though.
Danny's been having a tough round, so he figured he's going to just throw in hard, see if something good can happen. Noah's going to have an opportunity here to save a birdie.
If that gets over, that's a... Whoa. Move your cart. No, that was a great shot by Noah.
And what you see there is the new and improved shack. It's more than a shack now. It's a full-service bar and grill in the middle of the course. One of the wonderful amenities here at BRP.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep, you got to throw that hard to get over that
These
pond.
guys are all getting over in 2. I was happy getting over in 3 shots. Most people are. Get over there. Good shot. So
Yep.
just a little bit closer than everybody else. Danny, that's where most people would be in their second shot and just lay up or have a jump putt.
Yeah, if you're not in great position off the tee here, you really do have to just lay up and give yourself a long putt.
There's
across the
nothing
pond.
wrong with taking a par on that hole. For birdie.
Yeah, you can see he had to loft that to make sure he didn't go deep back into the pond.
No, from the shack. No. Okay.
He avoided the alligator pond.
I've seen somebody just disappear in that. Maybe 2-3 feet deep, but it's gone.
Alex
Alexis.
staying steady, keeps getting birdies. He's kind of tearing up these par 4s right now, which are some of the most difficult holes in the course. But yeah, overall the card played it really well. We're gonna have 1 birdie, 3 pars. No big numbers though, which is pretty impressive. That's why these guys are on the lead card.
One of the biggest backups on the course, and that is definitely where it happens because of that difficult tee shot.
You can see the beautiful forehand form of Alex Russell here, just powering it down. If you got a strong forehand there, that's a good play.
Here's hole 10, 325 feet. A couple of options, left route, right route around this V tree. Averaging 3.11 on the scoring average, so just a shade over par. And that's mainly because of the elevated basket. When you get up there, it's elevated a bit, so it's tough to get really close to make that putt, or maybe a possible 3 putt. Well, that's up there.
This is affectionately known as the stump hole because you can see the basket resting up on one of these down trees. I really like this hole. It's a technical shot. You can try to play the hyzer flip up the middle, or a lot of players will just play the straight shot right. If you play that straight shot right, you kind of got to poke through a couple trees, but this is the pure route right there. That's exactly how it's meant to be done.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing.
Yeah, James is he's a huge power thrower, and he's been working on his game in the woods. He's a very technical player now too.
Danny going that right route. I'm not sure if he's trying to, but if you go hyzer through there, you kind of have to get a little bit of a mac, but it still gets you up there, and then you get to have that putt, hit early. And Noah was trying to do that there.
Nice. I like that play too. Just
Sit.
a soft hyzer. He'll get a putt. Yeah, those are 4 strong drives as well.
It's not too much higher, but it's high enough where, you have to think about it. If he runs this by, it goes pretty... Oh, doesn't have to worry about it if you make it. But if you run that by, look at that. You go back down 15, 20 feet, and it's a tester.
He stays on fire. He's got off to a great start. You can see he's hyped. He knows it. Got to keep it going.
Just a quick 50-foot death putt.
Let's see if Danny can get on track here. It looks like he's just outside the circle. Looks like Noah might be right on circle's edge. It's a tough putt.
Oh.
You can see this elevated basket messes with people a little bit. Looks like James was going deep, but he hit that stump. Left him within about 20, 25 feet.
Nice putt.
Clean it up.
Yeah, you kind of want to, if your drive is past it, amazing, yeah, because then you can putt back up at kind of the uphill putt, so you can run it a little harder. That's, I guess, the miss, if there was a miss, to be deep. Nice cleanup by Noah.
Yeah, two twos, two threes on this hole is fairly standard for one of the top cards at the Majestic. This guy's played it well. Look at that, he knows it. So Alex and James are kind of pulling ahead here. The only one that are 20 under and better. Alex has got a 4-stroke lead on James. I'm charging as hard as I can from the second card. And here we are, hole 11. Very difficult hole. You can see everything's out of bounds off the tee. You have to get outside of the gap. I think we're actually playing to a different basket than we see from the drone footage there. We're playing to this cone. But this is the hole that Eric Davis and one of the locals just won about $5,000 on for a hole-in-one. So all the locals know that. And
nice.
This...
Sit. Oh.
Yep.
Nice shot.
Yeah, Alex has shown us he's got great touch and power with that forehand.
And that's the more traditional righty turnover. Just want to get out there and hit the pole.
Look at James. Yeah, playing it high, there's a little bit bigger of a gap. The low route might be easier to park it, but if you hit early, you're going out of bounds without a doubt. So playing high is a little bit safer.
There's that inside route.
Yep, see, that's...
Anywhere
anything that doesn't get out of the gap is out of bounds.
You go to the drop zone, which is right there. So deep OB, drop zone. Short OB, drop zone. So throw it again, OB. You throw it again from the drop zone. I've seen it all happen because it's the creek catches up with you on the backside there. Danny for his 2.
There we go, Danny. Yeah, I had a good round going up to this point. I was charging pretty hard, and I actually clipped one of the branches and went out of bounds. So taking a 4 on this one kind of put a damper on the round, but still plenty of time left.
Alex keeping it up, 7 down after 11. So no from the drop zone. Second shot for the 4 then, bogey.
Yep, this hole is kind of either a 2 or a 4, it seems.
Danny Polk, local hero. He plays every tournament every weekend in Minnesota. Looked at his stats the other day, and I think he's played every C tier in Minnesota this year. And he's got almost like 200 events or something. It's crazy.
He's
a lot of
tough
wins
beat.
too.
He's a wily veteran.
Here we go, hole 12, par 3, 296 feet. A lot of out of bounds, short, left, and long right as well. So yeah, we kind of have a drop zone if you miss that, where that cone is going to be where the basket. So either a big forehand, big turnover, or a lefty hyzer.
Yeah, I think the distance is out. We're actually playing the 350-foot position on this. It's definitely a good throw. Oh, wow, it looks like he might. Oh, okay, yeah, he went out of bounds. If you go out of bounds off the tee, which is literally everywhere, left, right, or long, you
got to flip up more.
Drop zone.
Oh.
Yeah, James, he throws that forehand hard. That's a fantastic shot. So you can see you can even throw a beautiful shot and go 30 feet deep of the basket, and you'll be out of bounds.
Got to get lucky through
there. I don't think
there.
Danny's going to like that. Yeah, really, what I like to do on this is play it out nice and wide left with the turnover shot, and try to get myself even 40 feet, 30 feet. Oh wow, Noah.
That might have gone deep, OB, but that turnover late was a great shot.
So here's Alex from the drop zone, and I think Danny's gonna be throwing from the drop zone as well. He leaves you about 45 feet, a putt that you want to run, but there is out of bounds deep, so you got to give it a softer bid at it.
My drive ended up by that drop zone, and I made it for birdie.
There you go.
That's it. Okay, so that's pretty common. There's people at the shack watching you, so want to make sure you hit it. Noah for 2.
Yeah, he's had a little bit of a shaky putting round so far, so it was nice to knock in a 30-foot putt right there. Definitely one of a bonus 2 on the course. Yeah,
there's that. What do you call that?
Was that a Fortnite move or something?
It might be.
There you go, James.
That was a silent one.
So it looks like we're going to have a couple 2s and a couple 4s on hole 12.
It's a good hole. It's a risk-reward shot there.
And now you're halfway through the course and you're back to the shack. You can grab a burger if you want. Have Angie cook you something up.
You can have a beer or a drink during a league round, but not during a tournament.
A lot of spectators out today, so I'm sure they were enjoying some food and beverages. You see Noah getting this one up. All right, so yeah, that 4 by Alex kind of made things a little more interesting. Brought the race a little bit tighter between him and James. And yeah, we are halfway through the final round of the Majestic out of Blue Room Pines. So we got a great battle happening here between a couple local Minnesotans and Alex Russell and James Proctor from out of town. So please tune back in for part 2. And me and he will be there to take you through it.